Morning everyone. Now we will discuss about scientific terms related to different topics. So first of all, there is a term for you, that is the anaerobes. Anaerobes are those organisms that can survive without oxygen, or they that can breathe with the absence of oxygen, or you can say that organisms which can survive in the absence of air, like the yeast. Yes, like the yeast, they can do the process of respiration without oxygen, and that's why they are known as anaerobes. Now the next one is the process of inhalation and exhalation. So inhalation, what do you mean by inhalation? Inhalation means taking of air which is rich in oxygen. Yes, taking in air which is rich in oxygen. So inhale of oxygen rich air, that is the process of inhalation. And what is the exhalation? Exhale of carbon dioxide rich air, or in a simple language you can say giving out of air which is rich in carbon dioxide. So inhale of oxygen rich air is the inhalation, and exhale of carbon dioxide rich air, it is your exhalation. Now our next term is breathing rate. Yes, what is the breathing rate? Breathing rate means the number of times any organism breathes in a minute. Means how many times we are breathe in a minute. That is the breathing rate. Okay, so next one is your trachea. This trachea word is mainly related with the insect. Insects have a network of air tubes, and these air tubes helps to just absorb the oxygen. So this network of air tubes in the insects, that is known as trachea. So it is clear to you. Now our next term, that is your blood. So what is a blood? Yes, it is a fluid. Blood is a fluid that flows in our blood vessels. Yes, that flows in our blood vessels. And what is the main function of our blood? Yes, the process of transportation. Transportation of food, transportation of nutrients, transportation of oxygen, transportation of excretory products from one place to another. Now can you tell me what is the color of the blood? Yes, red. Color of the blood is red. This color of the blood is due to the hemoglobin, or you can say there is the red color pigment. So hemoglobin is a red color pigment which is present in the red blood cells. And this red color pigment, it binds with the oxygen and carry the oxygen molecules from one place to another. And that's why due to that hemoglobin, oxygen reaches to each and every cell of our body. So hemoglobin, it is a red color pigment which is present in the red blood cells. Now the next one is for you, excretion. What is the excretion? Excretion means the process of removal of waste products from our body. Naturally, when different activities are going on, waste are released, and these waste are harmful for our body. So the process of removal of these waste products from our body is known as excretion. Transpiration. Now we will discuss about transpiration. Transpiration means evaporation or the loss of water from the plants through the stomata. Yes, when the water lost by the plants with the help of stomata, that is known as the transpiration. So evaporation of water from the plants is known as transpiration, and it is mainly done in the aerial parts of a plant. Now next one is your vascular tissues. Vascular tissues, they are a part of the plant, and these tissues are responsible for the transport of water, nutrients and food from one part to another. And there are two types of vascular tissue, that is your xylem and phloem. So there are two types of vascular tissue, xylem and phloem. Xylem mainly transport water and nutrient from the roots to different parts of the plant, and the phloem mainly transport food from the leaves to the different parts of a plant. So vascular tissues are the tissues which are responsible for the transportation of substances from one place to another. Now next one is a unisexual flower. As the name indicates, unisexual flower means that flower which either have the pistil or the stamen. Means either they have the male reproductive part or they have the female reproductive part. Like your cone and papaya, they have the unisexual flowers. On the other hand, bisexual flowers, as the name indicates, bisexual flowers are those which contain both. Yes, which contain both the female reproductive part as well as male reproductive parts. Or you can say the flower which has pistil as well as stamen, that are known as bisexual flowers. For example, your mustard plant and rose plant, they have the bisexual flowers. Now the zygote. Zygote is, what is zygote? Zygote is a structure that is formed after the fusion of male and female gamete. Yes, after the fusion of male and female gamete, the structure is formed that is known as zygote, and the process of fusion of male and female gamete, this process is known as fertilization. Yes, fertilization means fusion of male and female gamete, and after that process the structure is formed that is known as zygote. Now our next term is pollination. Pollination means transfer of pollen grains. Transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma. That process is known as pollination. Pollination is most important for the process of reproduction. Yes, and if the pollination is done in the same flower, means the anther transfer to the stigma of the same flower, then this is known as the self-pollination. And if the anther reaches to the stigma of another flower of the same type, then this is known as the cross-pollination. So, pollination means transfer of anther to the stigma of the same flower or the same plant. Now, the next one is your seed dispersal. Seed dispersal means moving away of the seeds from their parent plants or moving far away of the seeds from their parents' plants. It is known as seed dispersal.